Hi everybody, it's Linda here from Food Focus, and thank you so much for joining us on this Monday morning. And thanks for listening to hashtag Monday Motivation. Remember, we're here for you as the food industry. We are standing behind you guys. We know that you're working every day when we're in lockdown, and although there's the downside to lockdown, we know and we take very seriously the fact that each one of you are going to work every day in order to make sure that we are fed. Some of you having to take very serious risks with your own health and with that of your families, just to be able to do the job that you're doing, just so that we can get food on the shelves in our retail stores every day. And for that, we are very, very grateful. Hashtag thank you for our food. I've got today some of my friends. I've got Bridget, I've got Delene, and I've got Louis, and each one of them have got a short message of encouragement that they'd want to share with you. So I'm going to hand over to Bridget, and she's going to take us away. Thanks, B.
Hi everybody, it's wonderful to be with you on this Monday, and not Monday as usual, it's very different, but I trust that you guys are well and that you're staying strong during this crazy time that we're living in. One of the things that Food Focus wants to do during this time is to really showcase how important the food industry is. We know this because we see what you guys do every day. We know the risks, like Linda said, the risks that you're taking right now to continue producing food, but we want to share that with our audience. We have a large number of people following us on our social media channels, and this is a wonderful opportunity for us to showcase the things that you are doing right. It's something that we've always been passionate about, businesses doing things right. So what we'd like you to do is send us your photos. Send us a photo of your staff, your guys in the factory, in the facility, doing what they do, whether it be a retail space. We want to share that. We want to show our audience, we want to show the general public what goes on behind the scenes, the people who are still busy working hard, taking risks to make sure that nobody has to go into panic and crisis because there's no food on the shelves. So that's really important to us. So send it to us, either tag us on social or just email one of us, and we'll gladly share that for you. The other thing that we want to do is we've had a number of companies come to us and say that they have surplus food. You know, they have food in particularly perishable fresh produce that they had prepared for the hospitality industry, which, as we know, has been shut down during this lockdown period. And they have food. And as you know, food waste is a horrendous thing. It's something that the industry fights against. So we want to play a role in just helping connect people. So where there's a surplus, we want to see if we can find people who can take that off off that producer's hands, so that there doesn't have to be food going to landfill during this time. So if you're either a business who has surplus food that you need to dispose of, that you need to just get out to different places, or if you have some way of taking food, that surplus food, off their hands and distributing it to where there's a need, please contact us. We really want to connect you guys with the people that you can make a difference, and that we can just cut down food waste and make sure that the food that we're producing actually goes to feed people during this time. So those are the two things that are really key for us, and we hope that you'll join us in just making those things work during this time. Delene.
Good morning, everybody. I hope that you are safe and healthy. Food is our lifeline. It's a basic need. It's our comfort. It shows love when words fail us. It makes us feel safe when we are scared. It gives us strength when we are weak. It gives us hope when we feel lost. And it shares our joy when we are happy. So to everyone in the food industry, working so diligently, risking their own lives to keep South Africa safe, strong, and filled with hope, thank you. Thank you that we can rely on you, not only to keep the supply running, but also that we know that we can trust the products on our shelves. Remember, the principles of food safety and hygiene have not changed, although it feels like our world is upside down. And know that we at PHT, your partner for hygiene and technology, are there to support you. Our doors are open. And we committed to helping you, keeping your processes running safely and hygienically so that you can keep South Africa going. We have people in the office. We have people working remotely. We have our maintenance guy out in the field. Call us when you need us. Together, we are stronger. Thank you.
Thanks, Delene. Louis, over to you. You got the rose amongst the thorns today. Tell us what's happening.
Thanks very much for allowing me to join you guys. That was very inspiring, Delene. I think it was a really great message. Just a little bit about CRC. We're an essential provider. We've been certified. We produce food-grade products, particularly lubricants, other chemicals. They are available at this point in time for the food industry. Being a service provider, we've also got a product called Flight Spray Clean, and that's a disinfectant. And you know, about 3 weeks ago, the demand for this was just unprecedented. Our teams have stepped up. The guys were working 12-hour shifts in order to meet the demand. So this disinfectant, it's a 99.9% antibacterial. We've just had it tested and meets the SANS 51276 requirements. So the demand has caught us all by surprise. And you talk about people and the respect for people at this point in time to go to work, particularly in the food industry, the service providers. Listen, I need to do a big shout out. Well done, guys. We respect what you guys are doing. The teams are out there. They need to take buses and taxis to get to work every single day. And yeah, I think the public in general just needs to really stand together and you know, applaud these people. They're doing it, and we're sitting at home, obviously trying to figure out what our next best step is going to be. And I think we're also starting to do that successfully. I've just seen in the past couple of weeks, I've had the privilege of being able to touch base with a variety of industries. We provide maintenance, repairs, operational chemicals to these various industries. So we've got a diverse range of people I can talk to. I've been speaking to food auditors, if you like. I've seen the different ways they're trying to address and ensure food safety, and that also needs to be respected. Some of the retailers are going now and asking that auditors do online, use portals, make sure verification, validation, all the checks and balances are going to be in place. Other institutions are postponing it for afterwards. But even in those situations, people are doing risk assessments and trying to ensure that the food that lands on your plate is safe, there's no contamination, and you know, all of these things actually you really have to respect and acknowledge what people are actually doing out there. I mentioned earlier we had a discussion with Linda to say that what we've learned working online, if you like, is how important communication is with our teams. And if people are left on their own, sometimes they get depressed, they're not sure what's going on, and you know, we're social beings. Having contact, finding out, talking to everybody. You know, obviously, our message is: please don't panic. We don't want to panic in a situation like this. Stay calm, think things through. So those are the kind of messages that we need to embrace and use.
Absolutely. Thank you, Louis. And I think that's a challenge to all of us. For those of us that may be sitting at home during lockdown, let's use this opportunity to think out of the box and come up with great ideas, new ways of doing things. You know, it gives us a breathing space to reevaluate why we do certain things and how we do certain things. And perhaps we can come up with amazing improvements that will take us forward into the next era, post-COVID-19, where we're just going to be so much better at doing so many things. Thank you to each one of you, Delene from PHT, Louis from CRC, to be my business partner from Food Focus and the Food and Beverage Reporter. Thank you for giving us some time today to inspire the food industry, to give us a message of hope. And to all of those of you that are out there that are watching, thank you so much for taking the time to do so. But please remember that this is for you. We're doing this because we want you to know that you're important, and we really, really appreciate what you're doing. So hashtag thank you for our food and hashtag Monday Motivation. We'll see you next week. Have a good time.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Linda, for the opportunity.
Have a good week, everyone.
You too.